Pour the roast, let's talk about the day. Laughing even if it goes astray.
Welcome to...
Well, I thought it was funny!
Good morning, folks. The time is now 11:20 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 1st of April, 2026. And of course, that's the 2nd of April if you are one of those time travelers down under in Australia. Cheers to everybody and a big old g'day to my friends in the city with the most group members worldwide, that being Melbourne, Australia. I hope you're all doing good, folks, not just the folks in Australia. Everybody around the world. And I do want to apologize. I started this one late, but I didn't start it late. This is my third time making this video. I had some technical issues and then I had it all ready to go and I was editing everything and I realized I left on my green screen filter, which meant everything there that's... Sorry, I can't do this because of the reverse. So everything that's green back there was black, and then my little yellow light there was sometimes black. Yeah, it just looked horrible. So I'm doing it all over again, and that means I'm rushing because I do have to work this evening. So folks, I do apologize for the lateness, for my tardiness, for my, well, just for not paying attention while I'm doing this kind of stuff. But thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And I guess I should tell you who I am. I'm Lee. I'm the guy who started this group. Let's call it a community because there's two groups called Well, I Thought It Was Funny. And you, my friends, are you, and you folks are awesome. And how do I know these things? Well, how would I know I'm me? Who else am I going to be? And how do I know you're you? Well, if I was awesome, I wouldn't want to be anyone else. So I'm just going to make an assumption. And yeah, we know about assumptions. And how do I know you're awesome? Our community, Well, I Thought It Was Funny, was not awesome. And it is now because you're here. So that's easy, man. Cheers to you, and thanks for being awesome. What have y'all got on the go today? I'd love to hear about your lives, but before we do anything, I'm going to ask you a little favor, and I ask it, it's probably selfish or whatever, but can you just click the like button or the reaction button, a thumbs up, whatever it might be, just so I know that you're here. Please, really quick. It won't take long. Thank you. Appreciate it. It just helps me know if anyone's actually watching. You know, I know there's a few people watching, but I'd like to know how many people are watching, and I appreciate you doing that if you did it. I appreciate you if you didn't do it too. Just, that'd be cool if you did. So thank you. All right, I'm going to tell you, I'm asking you what you're doing, right? So I might as well tell you what I'm doing and what I've been doing. Last couple days, let's take a look. I got tickets to Deep Purple. That's right, Deep Purple. It's been announced that Deep Purple will be coming to Calgary August 31st as part of their North American tour of 2026. I work at the Saddle Dome. That's where they're going to be, but I got tickets because I don't want to take the chance of maybe not being in the bowl and being able to watch the band when they're here. Deep Purple's one of my favorite bands, so picked up 3 tickets, one for my buddy Mitch, one for my buddy Manfred, and one for myself, and I am pumped. I've seen them before. I saw them back in 2006 on the Going Bananas tour, which was a great show, and I know this is going to be amazing. I'm just so excited. Once again, one of my favorite bands of all time. And going with 2 of my favorite people of all time too, Mitch and Manfred. It's going to be fantastic. So got tickets to that. Super pumped. What else is going on? In hockey news, the Calgary Hitmen, that's the WHL team that I work for. I actually work for the Calgary Flames, their organization, and they've got some other teams under their belt, and one of them being the Calgary Hitmen. That name, they got that name from Bret the Hitman Hart, the world famous wrestler, professional wrestler. He is a Calgarian, and he's actually one of the founders of the team, and it's named after him. They're a great team. They're doing fantastic. They're in the first round of the playoffs right now. They're currently leading the Brandon Wheat Kings 3-0 in a best of 7, and they've got 2 more games to go in Brandon. Now, if they win either of those games, they've won this series, and they go into the second, to the next level, right? The second level of the playoffs. I think this is amazing. Now, if they do end up coming back to Calgary, and it looks like they may finish it up in Brandon, but if they do come back to Calgary from Brandon, their game would be on the 5th, and I'm going to get tickets to that game if that game actually happens. But it looks like there's a good chance, I'm going to cross my fingers here, I don't want to jinx anything, they could finish it up in Brandon. So that would mean I'd be buying tickets to the first or second or third game of the next series. So either way, I'm going to see some playoff hockey from the Hitmen. Awesome stuff. 3-0 against the Brandon Wheat Kings, and Brandon is a very good team, folks. So good stuff. More hockey news, and this is really exciting. I am working a PWHL game tonight. That is the Professional Women's Hockey League. It's a newer hockey league, and the two teams that are playing here, they're on the road kind of promoting the league, I should say. It's the Toronto Scepters against the Ottawa Charge, and that's here tonight at 7:30 in the Saddle Dome. Really looking forward to this. I have watched some of the PWHL hockey on YouTube, and it's really good hockey. You know, it's physical, it's fast, it's just good hockey. I don't even want to call it women's hockey, I just want to call it hockey. Why? Because we shouldn't have that differentiator, because it's the same sport. Just people playing it, who cares? They're fantastic athletes. This is fantastic hockey, and I'm super pumped. I really hope I get a position in the bowl, in the dome, so I can actually watch the game. But if not, doesn't matter. I'll be part of it. I'll be happy to be part of it anyway. You know, I love my job. You know, I really do love my job, and I love the people I work with, and I love the people that come to the dome and talk to me. So this is going to be a new adventure. This is a new level of hockey. I would love if this league expanded to Calgary. Now, the Saddle Dome currently is really busy with 3 hockey teams and a lacrosse team, but there are other event centers, other arenas in Calgary that could probably host them, and we've got a new arena opening in 2027. That's a new arena for the Flames. I'm looking forward to that too. And we could probably host them there easily. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. What's going on with you, my friends? That Deep Purple is pretty exciting, eh? But yeah, come on. I want to hear about you. I want to see those photos of your pets. You know what? Speaking of photos of pets, because I call you out, ask you to send photos of your pets. Here's a photo of Thatcher that I took yesterday. Thatcher being our beautiful little black cat. She's such a sweetheart. She was asleep on me. Took that. So I shared my photos. Come on, let's see your pets. Let's see your plants. Let's see your collections. Like, take a look over there. It's part of my collection. I just collect a bunch of shiny things. I'm like a crow that way, right? Love my robots. Love my 80s electronics. I love classic video games. So it's part of my collection. Heck, move over just a little bit. Wrong way. There's an Atari 7800 old Atari console. There's part of my collection. Let's see some stuff from you, my friends. Come on, I dare you. We've got some featured posts, my friends. I got 5 featured posts from 5 funny people like you who shared 5 funny posts, 5 funny memes. The first one's going to be from Brandy Michelle Gerber. The second one is from Danny Story. The third one is from Lisa Thomas. I don't know what happened there. It bit my cheek. The fourth one is from Michelle Finnerty. And then the 5th one is from Sue Ocheski. Now let's start off with Brandy Michelle Gerber's post. Bring that up right now. And this happened to me this morning. As soon as I woke up, I had to deal with some issues on the group. Thank you, Brandy. Next one is from Danny Story. A little wordy. I'll leave it up a bit there. Thanks, Dan. This made me laugh. These all made me laugh. I'm just being redundant saying that. Next one coming from Lisa Thomas. And oh my gosh, I saw this right before I started making the video and I added it. That's why we have 5, not 4 or 3 or whatever. It just made me laugh so freaking hard. Appreciate that, Lisa. Next one being from Michelle Finnerty, one of our mods and one of the funniest people in the group. And oh my gosh, this is gross and hilarious. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Michelle. And then our 5th final, but definitely not least, is a post from Sue Ocheski, another one of our top posters. You know, I've done this with pizza and hot dogs. It wasn't Facebook-related issues, but... thank you, Sue Ocheski. Thank you, Michelle Finnerty. Thank you, Lisa Thomas. Thank you, Danny Story. Thank you, Brandy Michelle Gerber. And folks, seriously, thank you to you, my friends. The reason this group is so popular and so successful, because you're so funny. You freaking rock. We have 900 and almost 40,000 people here, my friends. Why? Because you folks have made this place the funniest city on the internet. You rock. And with that, I think it's time for a sip of coffee. And maybe we should get to those bad jokes. What's the best time to go to the dentist? When it's 2:30. Currently reading a book about anti-gravity, and I gotta say, it's very uplifting. My very first job was in an orange juice factory. Unfortunately, I got canned. Apparently, I just couldn't concentrate. I accidentally sprayed some cheap body spray in my mouth, and Now I talk with a bad accent. I eat English muffins because I don't want to bother with a translator every time I want breakfast. Oh my gosh, I hope a couple of those made you laugh, my friends. I gotta thank my beautiful, wonderful wife for the orange juice joke and the uplifting joke. And then I gotta thank Unpopular Opinion / Aslan81 on YouTube for that first joke, the 2:30 joke. And I wrote those last two jokes. Now, the bad accent one, I may have heard before, I'm not sure. But that English muffin one, that's mine. Let me know if you like them, folks. I really want to know. And folks, I'd love to tell your jokes too. Why not leave your jokes as a comment on today's video? Or send them to me via email at jokes@wellitheightitwasfunny.com. I want to tell your jokes, folks. And you know I'm here 4 days a week with a fresh batch of these stale jokes for you, my friends. If they're making you laugh and you'd like to show your appreciation, I would love it if you dropped a couple of bucks in our tip jar at donate.wellitheightitwasfunny.com. For less than the price of a good cup of coffee, you can help us keep the lights on, keep the joke machine rolling, and keeping that cow fed. Folks, the most important thing though is that you keep laughing. Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellitheightitwasfunny.com where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts, we got coffee cups, we've got to-go cups, we've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellitheightitwasfunny.com. I really do want to know what you think of that English muffin joke. I know it's horrible, but I wrote it and it still made me laugh. I'm not like trying to blow my own horn, but I don't know why that joke struck me as so funny. Oh, friends, speaking of funny, you folks are funny, but in that good kind of way. You know, I said we have about 940,000 people. Like, we have 930,000 in our big group, and then we have another group, which is the same name, just missing that comma after the well there. You see it? That one has just recently hit over 10,000. In fact, about 10,300 group members, which is incredible. Both of these are incredible. But together, it's 940,000 people or so. That's more people than many cities have population. And I think that's just incredible. And I do like to call us the funniest city on the internet because of that. And I think it sounds great. And it's because you've made us that. And thank you. Cheers. My whole plan most of my life has been to make people laugh. Some people call it a defense mechanism, but I've never meant it like that. I just like to see people laughing because it makes me feel good. Let's call it an attack mechanism, not a defense mechanism. And I'm sure some of you folks are like that too, because it's all the funny stuff I see here. I know you must be making people laugh out in the real world. And I think that's incredible. So thank you for making the world a little bit better, folks. You really are, by making so many people laugh. You know, it's just unbelievable. Well, it's believable because I see it happening, right? It just blows me away, though, that something I created has been so successful. But it's not because of me that it's funny. It's because of you. And just another reason to drink some more coffee. Cheers to you, my friends. You absolutely rock. I'm going to try to be here again in 2 more days, which will be Friday here, Saturday for you folks down in Melbourne. And I really hope you're going to be here too, again, my friends. I hope you do share some stuff. I hope you share some jokes with me. I hope you share some photos. But I just hope you're laughing. That's the most important thing, my friends. So, you know, we're going to be here in a couple days. Hopefully we have a couple of new people. But like I said, just keep laughing.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.